to the bus for the Singapore tour. So yeah, we got our passports, we got our boarding passes, and they gave us these stickers just so that just for the group. So yeah.
And if I'm not there by then.
Destination in the Singapore tour.
Introduce myself once again. My name is Jean. Okay, if you're asking me what race I am, I'm a Singaporean. I'm a Chinese, right? I speak English. I speak a bit of Mandarin and a bit of small little bit of many other languages and dialects. Okay. What we're gonna do this morning is to take you to the city center of Singapore. We will be making 2 stops along the way. One is at the Malayan Park and the other is at Kampong Glam, which is an ethnic area of Singapore, one of the oldest settlements in Singapore. Alright, on this 2 stops, I'm going to bring you to the location. I will walk you through, but I appreciate that you kindly keep with the group if possible. If you want to take pictures, don't walk too far away in case you go missing. Now, timing is very important. It's very crucial because some affiliation, because I grew up here. This is my home. So during that time, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew decided that he has to do something to this island to bring a sense of belonging to the country. And he says that the only way a person will feel that they belong and they want to belong is to turn this city into a place not just to work, but somewhere they can live and somewhere where they can play at the same time. Just up on the roof of the building, on the walls of the building, you will see greeneries along the way. And it is this greenery today in a modern city that gives us that sense of space. And it also helps to bring the temperature of the road down. And right, cameras out, everybody. The little child, can somebody please make sure he's seated? It's very dangerous to stand in the aisles. Now, cameras. This is the best place for you to take pictures. Skyline of Singapore, don't miss this. Okay, we're going to drive very slowly for you to take that beautiful picture right now. Those are our national birds. I call that the cranes because we are always constructing and renovating, and somehow there will always be cranes in the skyline. Now the 2 humpback seashells that looks like dinosaur back, right? Those are our conservatory garden in the Gardens by the Bay. Hey, there's a dragon boat race going on right now. And this water, you can actually sail in the water. If you are back, if you want to do sailing inside here or do some canoeing, kayaking, you can go into the river and do your bookings. Alright, they have facilities. The Singapore Flyer there. There's an observation tower about 165 meters in the air. You take one of these cabins, there are 28 cabins in all. And each cabin can take 28 people. This is the pit stop for the Formula 1. You know, Singapore in 2008 has the honor to host the very first night race in the world. And because of our small size, we did not build a special circuit just to have the race. We used the street road. Then we put a lot of floodlights on the road. right? And they were racing along this circuit. And you know something about fast cars? I actually went to watch one. I sat there. All right, right now they'll be in Singapore in June. Well, we are in the Sunday City. Sunday City, the Fountain of Wealth. You can see the big sign. This fountain is the Fountain of Wealth. It's built according to Feng Shui Jiangxi. And the water, you notice, actually flows inwards instead of outwards. Well, the whole complex here is actually built and designed in the shape of the left hand. So if you take out your left hand this way, the towers are the fingers, the fountain is the palm of the hand, water flow in to represent wealth entering into the palm of the left hand. So you're wondering what wealth represents, what water represents? Represent the wealth. In all our culture, water is a symbol of life. Now why the left hand? You say, why not the right hand? I ask you one question, when you get married, where do you wear your wedding ring? Left or right? Left, right? Why left? Why not right? Because it's your heart, right? And because the left also represents God creation. That is the first creation of God is a man, right? He created Adam. And what does Adam have to do? He has to bring. Okay, so things are changing right now. And woman is expected to share equal responsibility, so would be the man, to share equal responsibility of taking care of the children. Now this is the float here. This is where we actually enjoy our yearly New Year celebration. Every eve of the year we have a big concert over here, and then there'll be fireworks and so on and so forth. We also come here for some of our National Day celebration. Now it has been moved on to the stadium. It is one of the largest floating platforms. This is also where we host our inaugural Youth Olympic Festival. A beautiful scene. If you watch TV about Singapore, you watch the Grand Prix, you will definitely see this view. So we bring you here so you can be a part of it. Now you see in person. Esplanade Theatres on the Bay is a performing art theatre. This is the place that has a music library. So local students who are into music and they do not want to buy their own score, which can be very expensive, they can come to the music. There are many shops here that cater to the needs of those who are into music. And the Performing Art Theatre has two halls. One is the theatre and one is the concert hall. This is where we host many of our large-scale indoor performances. They can take up to 2,000 people. So Les Miserables, when they were here, they actually helped the performance. Or none. Right? So population size is shrinking. So we are facing an aging population situation right now. And that is actually quite worrying. Right, we are right now in the heart of our city center. This is the birthplace of Singapore. This is where Singapore was born. The Padang that you see on your right, this is the historical field. Even way back before Singapore found independence, the field is already here. This was the field where the Malay fishermen would gather. This is where they will do. We even call this place the place of gossips. Okay, because ladies will bring their picnic bags and they will come here, they will sit down here, they will talk, and you know when ladies are together, what do they talk about? I leave it to your imagination.
Hey guys, so we reached our first destination, which is Esplanade Park. guys, there is the bird lion. Half lion, half fish.
Tourist spot. But if you come here in the evening, it's really nice and cool. This whole place is called Empress Place. It's the historical landmark of the city. The colonial building is a testimonial to our British past. All these buildings are now maintained, and that building now is used as an Asian Civilization Museum. And this is the Singapore River, the lifeline and the soul of our country. This is where Singapore actually matured over the years, right? The building right here on your right was a post office. I used to send my letters and my postcard through here. And they have a tunnel that goes to the shoreline. Can you imagine this was the coast? This was the water house. The boats used to come here to buy water for ship chandler. And they will come here, the mails will be put in a bag and will go zoom into the tunnel and right onto the boat. Then as technology sets in, the mails come by plane. Then today, the mails come by computer. So what happened to our post office? They start to close because no business. So they become innovative. So our post office today sends less mails, but they send more parcels. So they're going to go into online delivery system. So what happened to this General Post Office of Singapore, where we conserve it and turn it into a 5-star hotel? It's a very beautiful hotel, Fullerton Hotel. And they serve one of the best local cuisine, the laksa. Okay, if you want to enjoy the area over here, this is the traditional trading part of the river. You see the warehouses. These were warehouses in the past where we sell tea, alright, off the warehouse or rubber. And this is a reverse bungee jumping. So here you can find very good seafood by the river. But if you have a seafood meal or you have a good round of drinks, please don't go on the reverse bungee, yeah? Otherwise the people below is going to suffer. Right? These buildings with a colorful window, this was the police station, by the way. I had a girlfriend who was born here. In those days when policemen still lived in the station. Today our policemen no longer live in the station, they live at home. Alright, because of the commute, they can easily respond to any emergency. So you have a fire station here and a police station, but both buildings now are no longer serving their original purpose. This is now a heritage building. Right, it's already a heritage museum, so if you're back here, you can go in and understand the history of our firefighting experiences. And over at the defunct police station now is a ministry, a governmental building for communication and art. So many of these structures, we try as much as possible to protect them from modernization, which is turned into the Asian Civilization Museum for Peranakan. Peranakan is a small group of people in Singapore that were born out of the intermarriages between the Malay and the visiting immigrants in the past. So when a Chinese from China come here, alright, and they marry into a local Malay, their children will speak differently. The reason is because we are having a royal welcome on both sides of the road. The elephants, alright, a symbol of royalty in the Indian community. So we are into Little India right now. ethnic area for the Indian community in the past who used to gather. It's very interesting how people tend to go towards the people of the same culture. So they will gather around here, they will do their marketing over here, they come here to buy their produce, buy their jewelry. I think we all share something very common as far as Asian is concerned, or even the Europeans, we all love gold. Alright, it is like a sense of security. So everywhere you see a lot of gold jewelry shop. If you look at the signboard of the jewelry shop, you see 916, which is actually 22 karat gold. Right? 999 is 24 karat pure gold. Got that? So if you are into any of a jewelry shop, the local favorite is the 916 gold, which is the 22 karat gold. We rarely buy 18 karat gold. Okay, for the local people, they go for the pure or the purest. Because gold to the Asian is not so much of decorative, it's not so much to adorn yourself, but it's a symbol of security. Okay, we buy them to keep. So in the event we don't have money, we can then take that and then we go to the Maxi Cash and we convert them. Those are the modern pawn shop. Okay, so you can trade in. They will give you the market value minus a little, but you can redeem those items as long as you continue to pay interest on the loan. So you can be kept there for years. So those are what we call the poor man pawn shop. Because if you go to the bank to borrow money, they need collaterals. I always go to the bank and say, I need a loan for my house. Then they say, okay, what are you going to pledge? I always tell them, if I can pledge, I don't need a loan. Correct or not? So something I say about the bank? When it's bright and sunny, they come to you, they give you an umbrella. They say, look, I give you shelter. But when it starts to rain, they take away the umbrella from you. Cool place to buy the latest and the hippiest. But in the night, the street transformed into a street of entertainment. People will bring their guitar here, they will strum their guitar, you let their hair down, you can sing, you can dance. Everybody becomes a friend. And it is clean, healthy fun. Very clean, healthy fun. If you're worried about crime in Singapore, let me tell you, I always say if you get mugged in Singapore, right, you are very lucky. Because our crime rate is 0.01%. So I can leave my bags. I ever left my bag behind, and I can left it there and I forgot about it. 1 hour later, I come back, it's still sitting on my chair. Right? But low crime doesn't mean no crime. Don't get me wrong. As I said, you may be so lucky. Okay, just be careful with your personal belongings. But otherwise, you can go out at 2 a.m. in the night, 3 a.m. in the night.
Okay guys, so now we're at Malay Heritage Center. This is our second destination. It might be a dream, so maybe next is last time.
This building was of the Malaysians. Now what happened was the Raffles came and signed the agreement with the king. Raffles being a very clever man, he says that I do not want to have the king living in me. Otherwise it's going to be very difficult to command the territory. So he went to the king and said, look, I want to give you a very nice house. You don't want to live in this kind of house, in a wooden house, so I give you a really beautiful house so that you can live in style like a king. Right? And he was convinced, so Raffles built him a house here, way far from the Singapore River, where Raffles will then stay by the Singapore River, and then use the command of the king. So he moved over here and the compound was
light.
Your passport, your boarding passes,
Okay,
your
so
wallet.
now
But if you want to leave that
are
behind,
almost at
it's
the
fine.
airport.
Our coach captain will really appreciate
Just
it.
like a few more minutes, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
precisely. Okay, right. As I
After that,
said,
we'll be getting some
those who are from
fries,
Terminal 3, they're going back to Terminal 2, right?
McDonald's again.
You may enter
Yeah,
boarding
still hungry,
immigration from
you know,
Terminal 2 and then from
even though
there take the
it's
SkyTrain to Terminal 3. For those who come from Terminal 4, please do not go through clear immigration here. You have to take the shuttle bus to Terminal 4 because it's not connected by the train. So you have to use the shuttle from the outside, take it to Terminal 4 and